Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, this defense for the Commanders very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Watson. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. The Browns have 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 48-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Watson on 3rd down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
Running for it. Here's Chubb.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Three and a half to go, first quarter.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the defense, they get to Howell. They go down here. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Howell's throw complete to Dotson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Howell. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage.
dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Commanders 14. Browns.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Watson. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays that send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Now Watson going to sneak it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're starting to put some space here. In the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On second and 11 now. Powell. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Really in a hole here. 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Third and long. Here's Howell.
And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll return it from the 6.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Second down, Howell back to pass. This pass hauled in by Dotson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. On second down, here's Gibson again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Open man is Davidson, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
And they go play action with Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 34 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Quick hitter here. And oh, he coughed it up.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And some room to work.
And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score. Commanders 31.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a throw here to his running back. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now a first down throw. Watson drops it off for Chubb.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the 50, it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Powell. He's going to go up top again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Browns on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack at 2nd and 20.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line.
On 1st down, Howell.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st down, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Watson.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down at 17. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
Here's Watson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Throwing on third down, Watson.
Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. To throw is Watson. And now here is another interception.
And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. To throw again on second down. Howell. Over the middle, complete. That's Davidson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards.
First down, Commanders.
Let's go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now Howell. Complete, it's Dotson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Going right back to Dotson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Howell out of the shotgun. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Howell, third and goal.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Bass on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 38, Browns 7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something? And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That second down play nets a -4. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And some room to roam now.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Washington,
it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And